Okay, so this is where we're at today. All I did was I just took a hole saw drill bit from Harbor Freight, it's like $5 or something, and drilled a hole in the where a weep hole is at on this thing, and I just stuck a 3/4 uniseal in it right here, and it's just sitting in there. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take a piece of 3/4 pipe and just run it up through there. Um, yeah, so the weep hole on the other side, I'm not going to use it because it's actually right above the aluminum bracing, so I can't run a pipe through it. So I'm probably going to just take it and just fill it with silicone. I might just fill it with silicone because it's not like a complete hole. It's just kind of like it's kind of got just like a tiny little thing in it where it'll just kind of leak out, but it won't like just pour out. So I may just put silicone on it. I may not put a plate on it. And for right now, I guess I'm just going to do one overflow, but it's going to limit the amount of flow that I have in this grow bed. So we'll see. Okay, all right. Well, I'm gonna get started on it. Okay, so this is where we're at now. I went ahead and cut this piece of 3/4 pipe to fit down in there, and I took the uniseal out, and I'm actually going to put it in this way. That way it's a little bit easier because I don't want to lift this whole thing up just to push this pipe there, because these go through super tight, so they're not very easy to push through, and that's a good thing. That's how they're supposed to be, so that it has a good seal on it. Normally uniseals are used for curved like barrels and stuff like that, but they actually work well in this application also, and I'm just using it because I don't have any bulkheads right now, and I didn't want to bother ordering in bulkheads just for this, so just use the uniseals. And basically just kind of push it through. There it goes. You got to be really careful with this, like you don't want to rip the uniseal when you do it. It's kind of like spin it a little bit, and if it is really having a really hard time, then you can actually take and taper the edges of this around so it doesn't here we go, that's good. So it doesn't so it can actually slide up into the uniseal before it starts cutting into it, because you really don't want it to cut into it if you can help it. And I just use regular window cleaner to kind of lubricate it. That's what's recommended, rather than using soap or whatever, because this stuff just washes out, and all it is it's just ammonia and just like a color, I think. But either way, I'm gonna rinse it out really good before we get it piped in and all that. But so that's that, and I'm gonna go ahead and pipe the underneath of it. I'm just gonna put a 90 on it. Normally I would probably use like 45s just because it lets it drain out a little bit faster, but for this application I'm just going to go straight down, then straight across under the ground, or like right at ground level, and then up and over into the grow bed, or into the sump over there. So I don't really have the room to do 45s right here, because I still want to be able to walk right through there. I'm probably going to do this at ground level rather than digging up a whole lot of dirt, just because I'm going to put gravel over this eventually anyway. So I don't know, I might dig just a little bit down, but not like as much as I normally would, just because I don't, because I'm going to put like an inch or so of gravel over top of it. So we'll go ahead and do that, and I'll be back with you in a second. Alright, so I got it piped in. Just put a 90 right there. I did dig a little bit out, probably about 3 or 4 inches, and ran it over here, and then another 90, another 90, another 90, another 90. So it should drain out pretty well to right there. We'll see just how well it works out, and if I need to run another overflow down there on the other end. But for right now, this should work. I would normally use a bigger drain, like a 1 inch or 1.5, but the only uniseals I had right now were 3/4, so I just did a 3/4 hole. You can always upgrade it later, not a really big deal. And I may put some sort of cap on this to keep stuff out of it, but for right now I'm just going to leave it open like that and just let it ride like that. I've only got a couple of cinder blocks on this. I may put one on each side at the center also. And what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to pipe in I'm going to tee out of this one. I need to bury that one also. I'm going to tee into this one, and then run it over here underground, and then right up there, and start filling it up, and go ahead and level it off and make sure that it's It's probably going to be level, maybe just a slight grade towards this end so that it kind of all drains this way. That should keep like any duckweed or whatever floaters from getting caught in the corners or whatever. They should all at least come down on this end anyway. So we'll work on it now. Okay, so I got it piped in. Got a T right there, and then it comes over here into a 90, up here into a 90, and then into a valve, and then a ball valve, and then another 90 to dump it back in. I dug a hole in here, but it's still above the thing above it because over there is I haven't dug a hole for that pipe yet, but I'm going to, so I went ahead and dug one for this one. That way I can just kind of bury everything like I did with this over here. See, it's empty, or not empty, but you can't see the pipe at all until over there where it comes up. On the pressure side, I am going to take all of the pipes apart and then put glue on them to make sure that they hold. But other than that, I'm probably not going to put any on the other side just because it's not a pressure line. So like if I notice it leaking or whatever, then I'll probably do something, but until then I probably won't. So that's it. I guess we can go ahead and plug it in and just look at it. I haven't leveled it off yet, but we can see how it works in just a second. Okay, alright, let's go ahead and plug it in. Sorry. There we go. Okay. Plug it in, it's going to be loud. There it goes. So, it is working. Looks good. I don't see anything leaking. So, looks like we're good. I'm going to test out the overflow in just a few minutes, but first I'm probably going to go ahead and seal off the weep hole in that end and get it leveled off before I start filling it up. So, thanks for watching. Alright, it's in there. Everything is set up. I put some safety sorb in here as a substrate material for now. I'll probably have to get another bag, or at least 2 bags, to kind of get 2 or 3 inches so I can start planting in it. And I did a little test over here just to kind of see how high up the plants would be, and this looks good. This is Alternanthera rainecki, or Telanthera, and it's nice and above the water. Yeah, and what I'm gonna do pretty much is just I'm gonna run some. I'm gonna try to rig up a filter just on the sump drain. So I'm just gonna put like just a little container with like filter floss or something in it. Just anything that'll kind of get this cloudiness out of the water, and it should clear up within a day or two. So so it'll be fine. And what I'm probably going to do with this is, once I get this all planted out with stuff, I may actually like take like this half of it over here and fill it all the way up with media, so that the water level is really shallow, and I can put stuff, you know, like shallower stuff, like stuff that grows in pots and all that, over here also. So I may do that. I'm not sure yet. It just depends on how much room I need versus how many plants I have. So that's it. It's set up. It's ready to go. Looks good. Everything looks good. So thanks for watching. Bye.